Service, Electric, Cable TV, and Communications is proud to present live local high school football action in the comfort of your home. This public service is brought to you by the industry pioneer and local community leader providing the best in television, telephone, and internet services. Service, Electric, Cable TV, and Communications. Family owned and operated since 1948. We're your neighbors.
An interconference matchup in an unlikely location in week number 2 as our high school football coverage continues. It's the Hawkeyes of Hanover Area and the Riverside Vikings from where else but Wilkes-Barre Area High School right here on Service Electric TV. Very pleasant good evening, everyone, on this gloomy Friday evening. Not all that warm in late August here in northeastern Pennsylvania, but kind of on the muggy side. Paul Garrity here with you tonight. Scott Cannon, our director, alongside me. Riverside in the white jerseys, white helmets, white pants. Hanover Area in the traditional road blues with the white numbers and letters. Game time temperature tonight, much cooler than you would expect for this time of year. 67 degrees, but again, the humidity is fairly high, so could be a factor in the second half of this game. Riverside coming in off a low-scoring game last week, a 16-3 win over the Dunmore Bucks to get their Lackawanna Football Conference season off to a strong start, while Hanover Area was shut out. Negative rushing total for Hanover in the yardage department last week, negative 32 yards rushing. They'll have to improve on that. It won't be easy tonight. Riverside has the edge in size up front. And Harry Armstrong's squad trying to get off to a 2-0 start here in 2024. Riverside will receive. The Vikings coming off an 8-4 season a year ago, a close loss in the district final. Hanover Area 3-8 a year ago. A very young Hawkeye team trying to improve on last week's performance. We are underway here in week number 2, here from the home of the Wolfpack. And a good return for Carmelo Barnett out close to midfield. Barnett, just a sophomore, 6 feet tall, 145 pounds. One of the many athletes. Riverside brings lots of speed to the table. Led, of course, by their outstanding senior quarterback, Chase Taddonio, who only threw 9 times last week in that win over Dunmore. Kind of a new look offense, at least in week 1 for Harry Armstrong. The Vikings known for throwing the football as much as any team in District 2, but last year they grinded it out on the ground. And it's Taddonio in the shotgun to start the game. From a clean pocket, over the middle, high arching throw and incomplete. Excellent coverage on the play by Malik Campbell in the Hanover Area secondary. Campbell, one of many 9th grade players littering this Hanover Area roster for head coach Jason Majeros. They'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Press coverage on the outside as Taddonio gives up the middle. This is Richie Kostoff, their big, powerful tight end on the handoff. And he rumbles for 12 yards in the first down of the night. Riverside really spread it out on the ground last week. It was Najai Scott Holt, the junior running back, that carried 12 times. Not big rushing total for Scott Holt. 1st down and 10, Riverside. Taddonio keeps. This is a big part of their offense as he bowls his way for about 3 yards. Taddonio ran the ball 11 times a week ago in that 16-3 win over Dunmore. Second down and 7, initial possession of the game. Taddonio flares it out. This is Kostoff with lots of room to run. The big tight end lowers his shoulder and gets down close to the 10-yard line. 25 yards on the tight end screen to Kostoff, who caught 10 balls a week ago in that win. Actually, that can't be possible. I was looking at 2 different stat lines and 2 different box scores in that game. One box score I saw had Taddonio only throwing 9 passes, and the other box score had Kostoff had 10 catches, so obviously one of those was wrong. The first completion of the game for Taddonio. 1st and 10 from the 11. Pressure comes, and Taddonio has to dump it, throw it away, incomplete. The pressure came from another freshman, Connor Richardson, the 6-foot, 175-pound linebacker. It'll make it 2nd and 10. Harry Armstrong in his 2nd stint as the Riverside head coach. He led them to its state championship game during his first tenure. Hand off to Kostoff. Lowers his shoulder again and runs over a man and gets about 4 down to the 7-yard line. So they're using Kostoff as the ball carrier early in this game. Might have been just a mistake in the box score I saw, so maybe he ran the ball 10 times. That would seem to make sense from what we've seen so far here. 3rd down and about 6. On the give, lots of room to run. Can he turn the corner? Yes! And Riverside scores on their first drive. Carmelo Barnett, who started this drive for Riverside with the good kickoff return, scores from 7 yards out, and the Vikings take an early 6-0 lead. This is Santino D'Amico, one of the best kickers in the Lackawanna Conference, and he drills the point after. 9:32 to go, opening quarter. Riverside 7, Hawkeyes nothing on Service Electric TV.
Catch all your favorite local high school football action live exclusively on Service Electric Channels 9 and 509 in HD. Watch as the Hanover Area Hawkeyes, Holy Redeemer Royals, Wilkes-Barre Area Wolfpack, and Wyoming Valley West Spartans battle it out on the gridiron. Nobody covers the Wyoming Valley Conference better than Service Electric. View the current full schedule at sectv.com/WB Sports. From your local communications leader, Service Electric.
Riverside fans and cheerleaders happy after that opening drive by their offense. They went 7 plays, 50 yards. Nice balanced attack, 4 runs, 3 passes, capped off by that 7-yard touchdown run around left end by Carmelo Barnett. Hawkeyes get to set it for the first time. They were shut out a week ago by Marion Catholic. That game was played down in District 11. Marion Catholic traditionally has a pretty good football program down there. A little bit too much experience for these young Hawkeyes a week ago. The high floating kickoff, fair catch, and the flags come flying in, rightfully so. Mistake there on special teams as Sanique Murray Cannell apparently did not see the fair catch call. Might have been the only one in the stadium that didn't see it, and that'll be an easy 15-yard unnecessary roughness call. So that'll give Hanover Area good field position for their first crack at it here tonight. Their freshman quarterback is Logan Richardson. Richardson completed 8 of 15 balls last week, I should say, for over 130 yards. Pretty respectable debut for a 9th grade quarterback that may not get a whole lot of time to throw this year behind an inexperienced and rather small Hanover Area line. $7-0 Vikings, 9:32 to play here in the first. Loganson's first throw is dropped. Jonathan Otway, the sophomore running back, out of the backfield that time. Looks to be an on-target throw by Richardson, but we'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Otway is the starting running back. He led the team in rushing a week ago, although that's not saying a whole lot. They really had a hard time running the football. Richardson was sacked 5 times in that game as well. Brody Richardson, the triplet brother of the quarterback Logan, is the starting fullback. Richardson gets some time to throw and wants his other triplet brother Connor, but it falls incomplete. To bring up 3rd and 10. Not a lot of wind here tonight. Flag hanging loosely beyond the end zone to the left side of your screen. Good crowd on hand from the Taylor Music area tonight. Hanover had a late arriving crowd, but their fans have showed up as well. 3rd and 10. Trips to the right for Logan Richardson. Throws on the run, has a man. That's Jonathan Otway on the reception. He'll be about 2 yards shy of the first down. The first decision of the night for Scott Majeros. Probably not much of one. With the way the Viking offense moved the ball in the first drive, you probably have to try to match them score for score. Fourth down and 2. First possession of the game for Hanover. Riverside went 50 yards in 7 plays to take a 7-0 lead to open the game. Tight formation, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Someone missed a play call there. And the Hawkeyes turn it over on downs. Well, you'll see that type of thing with such a young roster, especially early in the season. So Taddonio and the Vikings take over. Chase was 1 for 3 on that first drive, the 24-yard completion to Kostoff. Got them down close to the 10-yard line and set up the Barnett 7-yard run. That's Brady Pavlonis, the motion man. Play action fake. He's got a wide open man. That's Pavlonis down the far sideline. Dancing his way inside the 15 and caught from behind. And a good hustle play by Malik Campbell in the secondary. The ball comes loose. And does Hanover have it? They might. Was the ball carrier down? Doesn't seem like anybody knows. Hawkeyes think they have it. Looks like Riverside does too. But it looks like Riverside's going to keep it. And we're going to have a penalty. But it will be Hanover football. The penalty was against Riverside for an ineligible man downfield, but the fumble was called live by the officiating crew, and it was recovered by the Hawkeyes. So the pass play goes for 50 yards from Taddonio to Pavlonis. But I'll tell you what, give great credit to Malik Campbell there, who never quit on the play. He came out of nowhere from way behind the play and not only made the tackle but forced the fumble, and the Hawkeyes have it at their own 5-yard line. Big gaping hole on first down, and that's Dwayne Downey, the sophomore running back, rambling for 16. And we have an unsportsmanlike conduct call, I believe, against the Vikings. So tack on 15 to the end of that 16-yard run by Downey. The Hawkeyes with a little momentum here. Trailing 7-0, 8:08 to play, opening quarter. Paul Garrity here with you from Wilkes-Barre Area High School. Richardson on the end around. This is Otway with some room if he could turn the corner, but that room closes quickly. And a very good open field tackle by Angel Grande, the junior defensive back at 5'8", 185 pounds. What looked like a promising play originally ends up in no gain. Hawkeyes got good field position on their opening drive, but 4 passes and they went 4 and out. Richardson rolls to his right, and down he goes in the backfield. Madden Sandley, the junior linebacker, came free on a middle blitz. The flag is down. Likely either a hold or potentially maybe a face mask, although I didn't see that. As it stands now, it's a loss of about 10 yards. And a chop block will be declined. That's an even bigger loss than I thought. That's 14 yards. All the way back around the 22-yard line. So that's going to be the biggest challenge for Jason Majeros and the Hawkeye offense this year, is their inexperience and lack of size up front. Riverside's got some big boys led by Tavian Branch. Big number 75, one of the better linebackers, or linemen I should say, in District 2. And the Hawkeyes will take an early timeout. 6:41 to play in the first. Riverside leads 7-0 here on Service Electric TV.
Is this you? Or this? Or this? Then this is you. And this. And And this. Cleaning up litter costs the government $11.5 billion a year. And you're a taxpayer. Do the math. You really need to be a better you. For more information, go to pickupnepa.com.
Wilkes-Barre Area High School, the site of tonight's Hanover Area home game due to some issues at the Hanover Area field. I'm told they hope to have the Hawkeyes back in Memorial Stadium at some point this season. There will likely be at least one more Hanover Area home game played here at Wilkes-Barre Area. Kind of TBA from that point. 2nd down and 24 for the Hawkeyes. Check that 3rd down. As Richardson back to throw, gets some time over the middle, intercepted. John Rogers is trying to take it back. Flag is down as Rogers is inside the Hanover 15-yard line. Rogers playing a deep zone that time. Pretty easy interception. The turnover will stand, and it's just a matter now of where Riverside will have the football. Penalty will go against Riverside on the return. Split officiating crew tonight, 3 from the Lackawanna Conference, 3 from the WVC. Greg Zumchak is tonight's referee. Rob Rowans, Mark Burns, Aaron Niver, along with Ned Caffrey, and the pretty boy, Mike Hartzell, rounds out tonight's officiating crew. Seven 0 Vikings as they have it in Hanover territory. This is Barnett, who scored the lone touchdown so far of the game. And he gains around 7. As I mentioned earlier, Riverside's been known throughout Harry Armstrong's time as head coach as a team that loves to throw the football as much as any team locally. But in week 1, they ran the ball a lot. Here's Taddonio. Quick throw, has a man backpedaling, and it's incomplete. Broken up and pretty good recovery there in the secondary by the freshman linebacker Evan Rout, back in coverage. Check that. That was Kyrie Kraft. I was going to say, Rout is only 5 feet 8 inches tall, and that guy's a lot more than 5'8". That was Kraft, the 6'3" defensive back on the pass breakup. 3rd down and about 4. Taddonio fakes the give, keeps it himself, and gets around one man to pick up the 1st down and more. .540 to play here in the first. 7-0 Riverside. They scored on the opening possession of the game. 7-play, 50-yard drive. And the 7-yard touchdown by Carmelo Barnett. Gain of 12 for Taddonio on his 2nd carry of the night. 1st and 10 Vikings. Chase rolls. Has some room to run. Instead, sidearms one for Costa, but it's wide of his target. Not sure Chase had to sidearm that ball. Almost looked like a shortstop trying to throw on the run. Second down, 10. Hanover brings an extra man, and they get there, and Taddonio forced to flush and fling it out of bounds. Taddonio 2 for 6 throwing the ball. Hanover Area goes with a 4-man front. Tyler Garrison up front along with defensive tackle Gennard Williams, Gregory Vasallo, and Al Cajanero, the two-way starter. Third down and 10. Little shovel pass. Kostoff burrows ahead of one tackle and gets inside the 10, but well short of the sticks. Now that sets up about a 4th and 6. Harry Armstrong loves to go for it on 4th down, but he's got a great kicker. D'Amico kicked a field goal last week in the win over Dunmore. And he's on here to attempt a 26-yarder. Low snap. Good job to get that hold down. And D'Amico drills it right down the middle. And give a lot of credit there to Max Jackson, the junior, who fielded that ground ball and got the hold down. 4:45 to play in the first. It's Riverside 10, Hanover Area nothing on Service Electric TV.
Get the most bang for your buck. You wanted to save money by cutting the cord, but you still wanted to watch your favorite shows and sports, so you added on and on and on. And well, now those add-ons are bills, and those bucks are adding up. Well, cut those bills and save with Service Electric. Service Electric offers hundreds of channels, video on demand, local programming, and choose the internet speed you need. With Service Electric.
Dark and cloudy skies here tonight. It looks like rain, but no rain in the forecast. Lights are on, and they're definitely needed, despite being just not even 7:30 at night. Paul Garrity here with you tonight from Wilkes-Barre Area High School for this Hanover Area home game with the issues at the Memorial Stadium field. Take a look at some other scores around the area coming up later in this first half. Kick is away. This is Otway. And the Viking special teams unit down quickly. Short return, the Hawkeyes will start around their own 25-yard line. Hawkeye last drive ended in an interception on a 3rd and 23 play. Each team has turned it over once here in the opening quarter. Hawkeyes keep it on the ground. Downey, nice little spin move in tight space. Turns something into nothing there, and he gains about 7 out. Maybe we'll give him 6 out past the 30-yard line. Second carry of the night for looks to be a pretty exciting young player for Hanover Area. Just a sophomore. Downey, 5'5", 160 pounds. Hawkeyes leading rusher from a year ago, Jaden Skapalis, has transferred to Lake Lehman. 2nd and 4, here's Downey again. Little stutter step, ball is loose, and it's scooped up by the Vikings. Logan Richardson saves a touchdown as Njai Scott Holt tripped up around the 15-yard line, but it'll be Riverside football. As the fumble was forced that time by John Rogers, the senior DB. Back-to-back turnovers by the Hawkeye offense. And the Vikings have it back, already leading 10-0. Jameer Reynolds late getting on the field for Hanover. First down run, Kostoff wrapped up. Able to get some yards after contact as the freshman linebacker Brody Richardson up to hog tie him there. A gain of 3. So apparently Harry Armstrong is going to line up Kostoff all over the field, similar to what he did with their star performer a year ago, Reese Gaughan. He played a lot of receiver, also ran the football a lot, and even took some snaps at quarterback. Here's Taddonio darting up the middle, diving for the goal line. He'll be short, but not by much. And the Vikings will have a 1st and goal right on the doorstep. But wave it off. Greg Zumchak says illegal procedure. Against Riverside. Second accepted penalty against Riverside in this quarter, as they lead 10-0, under 3 to play in the first. Max Jackson is the wide man to the bottom of your screen. 4 receiver set. Quick throw. Rogers has it. Room to run. Tried to slither out of a tackle, but Connor Richardson makes the stop right around the 1st down marker. And a Viking player down on the play. That is John Rogers, who made that catch. We'll step aside as they check on the senior receiver. 2:30 to play in the first. It's the Vikings 10 and the Hawkeyes nothing. Well, Rogers is up quickly, so we'll keep it here. John Rogers expected to be Riverside's top receiver along with Kostoff this season, the tight end. Looks like he'll be just fine. 1st down check that, 3rd and short. Taddonio spins away from Brody Richardson and is going to be close, I should say, to the marker. Might be about a half a yard short. Will be a 4th down play coming up. Taddonio needed 2. He got about a yard and a half. Opportunity for the Hawkeye defense maybe get off the field here, as they already trail by 10. 4th down and less than a yard. Taddonio powers his way inside the 5 and has the 1st down. Balanced attack by Riverside so far. 9 runs, 8 passes. First and goal from the 2-yard line. That's Scott Holt in the backfield with Taddonio. Now they shift him out. Chase keeps. Got a lead block from Scott Holt. Brooks a tackle, and Taddonio finds pay dirt. Chase Taddonio had to work for that 2 yards, but he got there. And it's 16-0 Riverside. D'Amico's extra point sneaks through the right upright. An even minute to play in the first. All Riverside early. They lead Hanover 17-0.
Chris and I talk about anything from music to school to sports.
Sometimes when I have trouble at school, I like talking to him.
Some things I like to make together are spaghetti, pizza, and brownies.
I'm the better cook, but she's the better eater.
These children are the future of our community. They have potential. To defend that potential and to become a big brother or big sister with the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, call 1-800-955-4376 or visit bbbsnepa.org.
Couple of touchdowns and a field goal for Riverside in the opening 11 minutes, and they lead Hanover Area 17-0. Short field for Riverside, set up by Hanover Area. Fumble on that last possession. Hawkeyes have yet to cross midfield in this Week 2 game so far. Riverside, of course, comes in a heavy favorite. 8 wins a year ago. Nearly had a district title, but fell just short in week number 12. Certainly a contender to potentially win it this year in Class 2A. Kick is away. This is Malik Campbell. Darts through 2 defenders. The flag is down behind the play. Campbell is as well, out shy of the 30. Tamani Poteet slow to get up for Riverside down in special teams. Call is holding against the Hawkeyes. A lot of people expect Riverside to potentially run the table heading into their Week 10 showdown with Lackawanna Trail. Riverside will be, if they stay healthy, they'll almost certainly be the favorite in all 9 of their opening games. And that showdown in week number 10 should be a doozy, should be one of the better games on the football calendar in 2024. Shotgun set for Logan Richardson and the Hawkeyes here to begin this drive. From a clean pocket, nobody open. Tries the middle and maybe got a yard. First time Richardson's tried to run in the game. We'll have to run another play here as we wind down under 15 seconds here in the first. They lined Brody Richardson up as a tight end to the left side of the formation this time. On 2nd and 10. Pitch goes to Downey. Not much there. Might have lost a yard. As John Rogers, or check that. That was Quinn Puchalowski, one of the starting linebackers, up to make the stop. Hanover has 3rd and long when we come back. After one, the Vikings 17 and the Hawkeyes nothing. This is high school football here on Service Electric TV.
Attention to small business owners. Are you looking to make your social media pop and let customers know that you are the local expert in your service or products? Hi, I'm Scott Cannon from Video Innovations. I've been producing high-quality, effective social media videos since, well, they were invented. Social media advertising on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram is taking the place of phone and print ads because they tell more of your story, and once they're up, you can leave them there without paying any fees. Call me for a free consultation and I can show you how social media videos can attract customers looking for answers to common buying questions and what services will work with your specific business and budget. I can even manage your social media accounts on a yearly basis so you don't have to. Go to videoinnovations.biz and look around. Then call me at 570-719-9986 to schedule a free consultation. Again, that's videoinnovations.biz.
Hawkeyes trying to break the seal on the scoreboard here in 2024. They face a 3rd down and 11 from their own 12-yard line. Connor Richardson splits out way wide to the top of your screen. That's Downey in motion to the backfield. They flare it out to him. Downey with a burst of speed, tracked down from behind for a short gain. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team on the field. Riverside 143 yards of total offense in that first quarter. Just 15 for the Hawkeyes, who also turned it over twice. Connor Engelman, who also does the kicking duties for the Hawkeyes, back to punt. Jared Jackson, sophomore, back deep to receive for the Vikings. There's a penalty. Didn't see what the call was. Offsides, I guess. So that'll make it 4th and 1. And if you're Hanover, why not? They're thinking about going for it here from their own 21-yard line. Now you wonder here if they'll snap it. But the way this game has gone, they might just do it. So big call here by Scott Maggero, or Jason Maggero, I should say, early in this game. 4th and 1 for the Hawkeyes. And they might just be trying to draw them off. It was worth a shot. Timeout Hanover. 10:33 to play first half. 17-0 Vikings.
There are lots of sources for video entertainment these days, but the only place to see local Wilkes-Barre programming is on Service Electric Cable TV. Enjoy a variety of live high school sports and see all the local parades right from your own living room. Keep up with what's happening at the Luzerne County Council meetings and enjoy annual events like Riverfest and Giants to Spare Hill Climb. Service Electric is your only source for local programming. Don't be home without it.
Whistles blow this one dead on this 4th and 1 kick. They might have ran out of time. Nope, false start. Been a tough stretch of seasons for Hanover, but I know they're optimistic, maybe the most optimistic they've been in a while, about the future of their program in coming years. The talented group of freshmen on the roster. Here's a relatively short kick, taken on one hop by Jackson, who now has some room. Jared Jackson wrapped up and dropped, but he'll be near the 30-yard line, and Riverside will have another short field, already leading 17-0 in this game. Pair of rushing touchdowns for the Vikings tonight in that first quarter. One, a 7-yarder by Carmelo Barnett. Chase Taddonio took one in from 2 yards out on their last possession. Sandwiched in between was a 26-yard field goal by the junior kicker, Santino D'Amico. Taddonio's 4 for 8 in the air so far. He'll try to air one out here. He's got him in. That's Rogers. Oh, what a diving effort. But it just couldn't come up with it. Well, J.J. Rogers hurling himself through the air. Might have came down on top of the football and kind of got the wind knocked out of him a bit, but he's up and back over to the sideline. It's a very modern offense for Harry Armstrong. 2nd and 10. Fake the inside give. This is Barnett around the corner. He's got room, and he cuts it back to the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle by Jonathan Otway. And another long gainer on the ground of 16 for Barnett. Taddonio, all kinds of room up the middle. Gets the corner and scores. Take a look at this hole opened up by the left side of that Viking offensive line. And Otway couldn't catch up. 12 yards on the run for Taddonio, his 2nd touchdown of the game. D'Amico's point after. And he's perfect on the night. 9:37 to go, first half. Vikings have opened it up. It's 24-0.
We live life in the cloud. It's how we work, how we learn, how we laugh. It connects us to the ones we love, near and far. We at Service Electric have been working hard to upgrade our system, a local company providing you the fastest, most reliable internet. No contracts, no bandwidth limits. You choose the speed you need, and Service Electric will take you as fast as you want to go.
Take a peek around the area at some other scores, courtesy of the live up-to-date scoreboard on NEPAfootball.com. Wilkes-Barre, who you saw last week here on Service Electric Cable, an impressive win in week number 1 for Ciro Cinti's squad. They have another tough one here tonight, but they lead Stroudsburg 13-7. Wolfpack that game in the second quarter. Dallas and Wyoming area, how about that matchup here in week number 2? They're tied at 7. That one approaching halftime. Scranton all over Wyoming Valley West, 22-0 that game in the second quarter. Crestwood, who I'm told is playing without Jaden Shedlock, their quarterback tonight, trails Valley View 14-0 that game in the second quarter. North Pocono leads Pittston 6-0 in the second, as the Hawkeyes return the kickoff out close to the 25-yard line. It's Otway on the return. Western Wayne leads Lackawanna Trail 14-0 in the second. Berwick and Mid-Valley, interesting matchup there. Not sure if those teams have ever played before in football, and while they're tied at 7 in the second. Dunmore leads Old Forge 21-16 in a shootout in the second quarter. Tunkhannock 22, Holy Redeemer nothing that game in the second quarter. Nanticoke trails Carbondale 14-0 in the second. Hazleton Area trails Williamsport 10-6 in the second. And Lake Lehman getting shut out by Shamokin 14-0. That one also a second quarter score. Logan Richardson, quick fire, complete. This is Malik Campbell dancing. And a lot of jittering for a pretty short gain of about 3, maybe 4. Third pass completion of the game for Logan Richardson, the freshman. Second down and 6. Otway split wide to the bottom of your screen. Connor Richardson to the other side. Quick throw. Might have been deflected at the line of scrimmage. Quinn Puchalowski might have got a piece of that as he came with the pressure. It'll be third down and 6. Hawkeyes have run the ball more effectively so far than they did last week, but still not a lot of offense for this exceptionally young unit out there for Jason Majeros and the Hawks. And Hanover Area is going to have to spend their last time out of the half with 8:31 still on the second quarter clock. They trail Riverside 24-0 on Service Electric TV.
Video Innovations is your Northeast Pennsylvania ad agency and production house for television commercials and placement. In addition, we provide production for corporate and industrial videos, social media and websites, political media, virtual reality tours for real estate and businesses, projector, screen and sound system rentals, and live streaming of conferences and events. Call now or visit our website. At Video Innovations, our business is your business.
All Riverside here so far. Heavy favorite coming into this game. Winners over Dunmore a week ago. Young Dunmore team this season. One of the smallest team Dunmore has ever had. Not a lot of size. Dunmore was hit very hard by graduation from that excellent team a year ago. Third down and 6 for the Hawks. Richardson steps up, and he's taken down by the second wave. That was Kostoff. After the initial pressure, I believe, was Puchalowski. A loss of 2. Hawkeyes will punt for the second time in the game. Engelman gets a much better kick this time, very high. Fair catch called for, and ball was on the turf momentarily, but Rogers able to hop on it. Pretty much everything has gone the Vikings' way in this first half, field position included. I want to say that every Riverside drive, including the opening kickoff that they returned out to midfield, has been at midfield or on the plus side of the field. Jackson, the motion man. Taddonio, sidearm fling. Kostoff has it, but a good tackle. Otway up from the secondary. Check that. That was not Otway. That was Dwayne Downey. Size mismatch there, but Downey went low and made the stop. Loss of 1. Taddonio has completed 5 balls so far for about 130 yards on 2nd and 11. 4-man rush doesn't get there. Taddonio on a leaping effort, but knocked away. Connor Richardson back in the Hanover Area secondary made the hit and jarred the ball free. That was Jackson going up high and trying to high point the football. Got both hands on it, but the hit by Richardson and Jackson certainly feeling it. I think the Riverside coaching staff wanted a targeting call, but actually looked like a clean hit from up here. And we will step aside this time. Well, maybe not. And a flag is down. I'm going to say that this might be an unsportsmanlike conduct call against somebody. It will go against Riverside. That bench was not happy with the hit. Didn't look like it got him in the head or neck area. I think the Riverside coaching staff thinks that the defender launched himself at the receiver. So the 15-yard penalty brings it all the way back inside the Riverside 40, and I think that this will be Riverside's first snap in their own end of the field. Third down and 25. Kostoff, the motion man. Just a 3-man rush. Taddonio heaves one. Up for grabs and caught on the deflection. J.J. Rogers inside the Hanover Area 20-yard line. Flag is down after the play. It's good for a gain of 44 yards. Ball was tipped by a Riverside player who had a shot on it. And Rogers behind the play, able to make the grab. Second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Riverside in the last couple of plays. The second pass play for Riverside tonight of 40-plus yards. Brady Pavlonis had a 50-yard reception earlier before fumbling and turning the ball over at the Hanover Area 6-yard line. It was a post-play foul, so it's 1st down and 10. Vikings fake the pitch, inside give, and all kinds of room for Barnett. Turning the corner. No flags on the field. It's a 34-yard touchdown run and the second score of the game for Carmelo Barnett. And the Vikings pouring it on here in half number 1. Just a little counterplay off a fake pitch. Hanover Area defense totally over pursued, and a good call by Harry Armstrong and the offensive staff. D'Amico's extra point makes it 31-0 Riverside.
There are a lot of great lawyers across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The question is, what sets O'Donnell Law Offices apart? And the answer is the folks in our office. We have the best investigators, we have the most talented staff. No one will match the energy and the resources that we put into a case for folks that have been injured. We will leave no stone unturned in assuring that our clients get proper and appropriate justice. Don't go it alone. Come to O'Donnell Law Offices. We can help you.
Hawkeye mascot searching for some answers here tonight. This young Hawkeye squad maybe not quite ready for a game like this against a powerful opponent from up north. Most people expect Hanover to get better as the season goes along, if they can remain healthy, and that's been an issue for Jason Majeros since he's taken over as the head coach. Not necessarily for Scott Majero or Jason Majeros, although he had some health issues himself. But I, of course, was referring to his roster through the last couple of years. Kick is away. And the Hawkeyes will start from their own 20. Couple of touchdowns tonight on the ground for Chase Taddonio, the Riverside quarterback, and a pair as well for Carmelo Barnett. 31-0 Vikings. Hawkeyes would like to at least push it across the 50 before they head into the locker room. Maybe take some time off the clock. Get into that locker room and regroup. I formation, Downey the deep man. Play clock says 0. And they took too much time on the first play of the drive. Connor Richardson wide to the top of your screen on 1st and 15. Campbell bursting through a hole. Got about 14 out close to the 30-yard line. We'll check that. That's not Campbell. That's Dwayne Downey, who's been impressive tonight out of the backfield for Hanover. He got the needed 15 yards. Second longest play of the night for the Hawkeye offense. Five carries, 37 yards for the sophomore back. Give it to him again. Not much here. Tamani Poteet, the senior defensive back, up to make the stop. No gain for Downey there. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Down to the 5-minute mark on a running clock here in the second. Play clock down to 1. They better hurry. They don't have any timeouts. And they're going to be victimized by another delay. Second and 15. And it's gone a little south for the Hawkeyes on this drive. Another penalty here, backing them up. Hawkeyes won 3 games a year ago. The schedule will open up for them a little bit in coming weeks. Potentially, maybe a winnable game next week as they take on Holy Cross. Although Holy Cross did get a win last week over Montrose. Swing pass out. Campbell running backwards and hauled down behind the line of scrimmage. That was Barnett on defense that time, making the stop. Third and about 27 as they lost 7 on that pass completion. Richardson steps up, launches, intercepted. Rogers again. Second interception of the night for J.J. Rogers, and both of them look very similar. Playing center field on 3rd and long plays. Third turnover the first half by the Hawkeye offense, and Riverside takes over in plus territory again. Barnett is wide to the bottom of your screen, lined up as a receiver. Hand to Kostoff, and he's chopped down. Good one-on-one tackle made by Al Kajinro. Junior lineman, plays on both sides of the ball, 6'2", 205 pounds. No gain on the play. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. 31-0 Riverside. Four-man rush. Taddonio fires wide of Kostoff on the out pattern. Clock stops with 1:59 to play in the half. Taddonio has completed half of his 6 passes in the game. (131 yards). Third down and 10. Another 4-receiver set. Good pass protection. Pass, though a little too tall. Intended for Jackson on the post route. Otway came over from his safety position to help. See what Harry Armstrong wants to do here. It's probably in D'Amico's range. He's got a strong leg. And they're going to give it a shot from about 40 yards. No hesitation here. They bring on the junior kicker. Good snap. The hold is down. He's got the leg, and he's got the accuracy. With room to spare from 40 yards, Santino D'Amico makes it 34-0 Vikings.
Catch all your favorite local high school football action live exclusively on Service Electric Channels 9 and 509 in HD. Watch as the Hanover Area Hawkeyes, Holy Redeemer Royals, Wilkes-Barre Area Wolfpack, and Wyoming Valley West Spartans battle it out on the gridiron. Nobody covers the Wyoming Valley Conference better than Service Electric. View the current full schedule at sectv.com/WB Sports. From your local communications leader, Service Electric.
Riverside flexing their muscles in this first half. In this Hanover Area home game being played at the home of Wilkes-Barre Area due to some problems with the Hanover Area football stadium. Mentioned the Hawkeyes will have a game at home next week against Holy Cross. Riverside will go to Chapman Lake to take on Lakeland. Jonathan Otway can't get around the corner, and he's stopped shy of the 25. Hanover does not have a timeout. We'll see if they want to try to put the ball in the air here, or just run the clock out and get in to halftime. Give is to Campbell, and he's dragged down around the line of scrimmage. Quinn Puchalowski, who's been impressive in this first half, and I thought this might happen. Riverside will take a timeout to try to get the ball back, leading 34-0 with 1:38 to play before the break.
Video Innovations is your Northeast Pennsylvania ad agency and production house for television commercials and placement. In addition, we provide production for corporate and industrial videos, social media and websites, political media, virtual reality tours for real estate and businesses, projector, screen and sound system rentals, and live streaming of conferences and events. Call now or visit our website. At Video Innovations, our business is your business.
(34-0) Vikings here at the home of the Wolfpack. Paul Garrity with you tonight. What's turned into a really nice night. It was high humidity early since the sun has gone down and nightfall has come. A chill is in the air. It feels like it may be a game in late September, weather-wise, here in the last couple days of August. 2nd down, 10 Hawkeyes. Richardson throws, almost intercepted as his brother Connor took a shot. Got sandwiched in between Barnett and Kostov. Clock stops with 1:35 to play in the half. Riverside has 2 timeouts. Harry Armstrong does not like to take his foot off the gas. There are not a lot of coaches at 34-0 with under 2 minutes to play are taking defensive timeouts to get the ball back, but he's been consistent with this through the years. Third down and 10. Richardson fires on target, but only a short pickup. As up quickly from the secondary was Angel Grande. And Riverside will take another timeout. Hawkeyes will likely kick when we come back. 1:23 to go in the first.
Is this you? Or this? Or this? Then this is you. And this. And this. Cleaning up litter costs the government $11.5 billion a year. And you're a taxpayer. Do the math. You really need to be a better you. For more information, go to pickupnipa.com.
$1:23 to play first half. Riverside playing this one like it's a 10-7 game as we approach halftime, but 34-0 score. The Vikings use a couple of timeouts to get the ball back. They want to put this one into mercy rule territory before they disappear into that locker room. And they're not going to need a lot of yards to do it. We saw D'Amico on the last possession drill one from 40 yards out. Engelman back to kick. Good high spiraling kick. And down quickly on coverage. Excellent special teams work there by Jameer Reynolds, the junior defensive back, 5'6", 150 pounds. Timed that one perfectly and made a nice, sure open field tackle. Vikings will have 1 timeout left and 1:15 on the clock. Four touchdowns for the Vikings, all on the ground, and D'Amico a couple field goals. Some lopsided numbers here in the first half, including on the scoreboard. Taddonio, deep drop, has time, now flushed out. And he'll throw it away. As the pressure came late from Gregory Vassallo, the freshman lineman. 5'4", 200 pounds is Vassallo. Starting on the defensive line tonight for Jason Majeros. Look up and down the Hawkeye roster. You don't see a lot of seniors. You see a whole lot of freshmen. A lot of freshmen that are playing important roles in the starting unit on both sides. Second down 10. 5 receivers in the route. Kostoff rambling into Hanover area territory. Gets a couple of blocks. Richie Kostoff can move for a big man. And he's got his first touchdown of the night. 62 yards. Most of it after the catch from Kostoff. Breaking the tape at the end of the run, and the Riverside Vikings extend the lead. It's a 40-point bulge. D'Amico's extra point. 41-0 Vikings. Under a minute to play before the break.
Attention to small business owners. Are you looking to make your social media pop and let customers know that you are the local expert in your service or products? Hi, I'm Scott Cannon from Video Innovations. I've been producing high-quality, effective social media videos since, well, they were invented. Social media advertising on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram is taking the place of phone and print ads because they tell more of your story, and once they're up, you can leave them there without paying any fees. Call me for a free consultation and I can show you how social media videos can attract customers looking for answers to common buying questions and what services will work with your specific business and budget. I can even manage your social media accounts on a yearly basis so you don't have to. Go to videoinnovations.biz and look around. Then call me at 570-719-9986 to schedule a free consultation. Again, that's videoinnovations.biz.
Well, Riverside seemed determined to get this game into the mercy rule by halftime, and they have done just that unless the Hawkeyes can score in the final minute. Squib kick, better get on it, and they do. And the Hawkeyes out of timeouts, so I think at this point, if you're Jason Majeros, you might just want to get in and talk to your young team. They've been hit with some haymakers here in this first half. Three pass plays of 40 yards or more by the Vikings. Only one of them resulted in a touchdown. That was the 62-yard play to Kostoff just a moment ago. Downey runs into his own man, I think, and twisted down to the backfield. That'll probably do it. Looks like the Hawks will not run another play. Halftime score here at Wilkes-Barre Area High School. Riverside leads the Hawkeyes 41-0. We'll take about a 10-minute break. We'll be back with more high school football to start the second half here on Service Electric TV. Welcome back. Week 2 high school football action here on Service Electric Cable TV. Paul Garrity with you. From Wilkes-Barre Area High School. Hanover Area home game tonight being played here because of some issues at Hanover Area's football stadium. Hope to have them cleared up at some point this season. The Hawkeyes will get the ball to start the second half as they were really blitzed by a much bigger and more experienced Riverside team in the first half. The Vikings scored 5 first-half touchdowns along with a couple of Santino D'Amico field goals, and they lead the Hawkeyes 41-0. Game will be played for the mercy rule for the rest of the time, regardless of what happens in the game. The clock will run on pretty much everything except scoring plays and, of course, injuries and changes of possession. Hanover Area had 34 yards of offense in the first half. Tipped up and almost intercepted Logan Richardson's pass, intended for Otway. They've run a lot of those swing-type patterns, and I think a lot of that is just the inability to protect Richardson for any sort of deep drops. Young freshman quarterback completed 5 balls in the first half of 11 attempts, but only 10 yards on those completions total. Did throw a couple of interceptions, both on 3rd and 20-plus plays.
Nah, because if he did, he wouldn't have to go back to actual play.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson deep down over on the sideline and just tipped away by Rogers in the Riverside secondary. And Otway was behind his man. Maybe just a hair underthrown. A pretty good ball out there by Richardson, but good recovery speed by J.J. Rogers, the Riverside defensive back. Play clock down to 2. They get it off. Here's Downey navigating through traffic along the right side. Downey was really the lone semblance of offense Hanover had in the first half. Carried 7 times for a productive 33 yards. Fourth down here for Hanover Area. Get you some scores going on around the area. This is one of the longer games. A couple of games are in the 4th quarter already. It started at the same time as this one. Hawkeyes will go for it on 4th and 6. Richardson escapes pressure but can't escape the second wave. Sacked to end the possession, Graydon Dupree, the junior lineman at 6'2", 245 pounds, drags the freshman signal caller down. And the Vikings will take over in plus territory yet again. Looks like Harry Armstrong has most of his starting units still in there. Taddonio out of the shotgun. Inside handoff. This is Scott Holt, who carried 12 times last week. This is just the second carry for him tonight. as he hurricanes his way down inside the Hanover 10-yard line. No huddle. Hanover at 12 on the field. Here's Scott Holt backing his way into the end zone. A two-play drive for the Vikings, and it's 47-0. D'Amico's got another point after. 8 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the third. All Riverside here in Wilkes-Barre.
To the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and I do.
Video Innovations is your Northeast Pennsylvania ad agency and production house for television commercials and placement. In addition, we provide production for corporate and industrial videos, social media and websites, political media, virtual reality tours for real estate and businesses, projector, screen and sound system rentals, and live streaming of conferences and events. Call now or visit our website. At Video Innovations, our business is your business.
Riverside rolled up 313 yards of total offense to just 34 for Hanover in the first half. Needed just 2 plays to score there after Hanover went for it on 4th and 6. Turned the ball over at their own 25. 48-0 Vikings. Still lots of time to go here in the third. Paul Garrity with you here from Wilkes-Barre area for the second time tonight. D'Amico drills a touchback. Check that, that's not D'Amico on the kickoffs, that's Lucas Cruz. No, I'm sorry, it is D'Amico. Otway wide to the top of your screen. Hand off to Downey. Bursting through again. Got a good block on the outside from Connor Richardson. And Downey able to zigzag for 15 yards out to the 35. Downey's clearly been the most impressive Hanover player in this game. Sophomore at just 5 feet 5 inches tall, but he's got some burst. Definitely shifty in there. He's the deep man here on 1st and 10. Gets the call. Wrapped up and dragged down. Ian Santos, the senior linebacker, in on the stop for Riverside. No gain. Second and 10, Hawks. Connor Richardson wide to the bottom of the screen. Downey again runs right in to the arms of Julius Chompko, senior defensive back, who came unblocked. Downey now 50 yards on 11 carries in the game. Both teams have run a balanced offense, but obviously Riverside's been able to add some production on top of the balance. 5:25 to play in the third. Third down and 12. Riverside comes with pressure. Logan Richardson took a shot. The pass complete. Otway's got nobody to beat. It's a 65-yard touchdown heave from Logan Richardson. The first touchdown pass of his career. And the Hawkeyes finally break through in 2024. It's 48-6. Hawkeyes had an opportunity on a similar play in the first half, but Rogers was able to recover at the last second and just tipped the ball away. Extra point from Connor Engelman is wide. But a big play just mentally for Hanover Area. They finally break the schneid with 5:08 to play in the third. They trail Riverside 48-6.
Is this you? Or this? Or this? Then this is you. And this. And this. Cleaning up litter costs the government $11.5 billion a year. And you're a taxpayer. Do the math. You really need to be a better you. For more information, go to pickupnipa.com.
Take a look at some of the other scores again going on around the area, courtesy of NEPAfootball.com's live up to the minute scoreboard. Lake Lehman getting blown out versus Shamokin. That game's 42-0 in the third. Hazleton now trails Williamsport 17-6. They've entered the fourth quarter there. Nanticoke getting shut out by Carbondale. That one's 20-0 in the fourth. Tunkhannock 42, Holy Redeemer nothing. They have not yet gotten to the fourth quarter in that game. How about Old Forge and Dunmore in the Lackawanna League game? 36-all. That game's still in the third quarter. Mid-Valley 21, Berwick 7. Have the Bulldogs look like they will start the season 0-2. That game in the fourth quarter. North Pocono, a slim 7-point lead over Pittston Area in the third quarter. Crestwood was down 28-0 to Valley View. They've come back and made it kind of interesting. It's now 28-13. That's a fourth quarter score. Scranton will beat Valley West tonight. They lead 36-6 in the fourth quarter. Game of the night is at Wyoming Area. Dallas and Wyoming Area have been going toe-to-toe all night. That game tied at 28 late in the third quarter. Wilkes-Barre Area trails Stroudsburg 21-13. That's in the third. And that's a look at the live scoreboard, courtesy of NEPAfootball.com. "65-yard touchdown toss from Logan Richardson to Jonathan Otway has gotten Hanover on the scoreboard, and they trail 48-6. Taddonio on the give. This is Ian Santos cracking through tacklers and into plus territory, past the 40, close to the 35. Mark him down at the 39. 14 yards on the pickup. Riverside, after the night's said and done, will likely be up around 500 yards of offense. Didn't do anything of the sort last week. Dunmore held them in check, held them to 16 points. Timeout taken by the Hawkeyes. 4:15 to play, third quarter.
Get the most bang for your buck. You wanted to save money by cutting the cord, but you still wanted to watch your favorite shows and sports, so you added on and on and on. And well, now those add-ons are bills, and those bucks are adding up. Well, cut those bills and save with Service Electric. Service Electric offers hundreds of channels, video on demand, local programming, and choose the internet speed you need with Service Electric.
Hawkeyes trying to build on that impressive throw last possession by Logan Richardson. He really took a shot as he delivered that ball too. Was able to hang in the pocket. We'll see if he even comes out for this possession. I checked that Riverside has the ball. Interested to see. I think we'll probably see Logan Richardson next time Hanover has the ball, but he was definitely not feeling so good physically, although I'm sure he enjoyed that throw to Otway. And handoff goes for no gain. Tyler Garrison in on the stop for Hanover Area. Lucas Cruz also up to make the hit, a loss of 1. Hanover Area has a more potentially winnable game next week as they take on Holy Cross. This is Santos cutting back, seeking contact, and finds it inside the 25. 16 more for this Riverside ground game. .3:15 to play, third quarter. We'll get our first look at Wyoming Valley West next week as the Spartans take on Pittston Area right here on Service Electric TV. That's a 7 o'clock start a week from tonight. That's Nijai Scott Holt, who scored a touchdown on Riverside's last possession. Taddonio, play action fake, pressure comes. And the second wave brings him down. Jannard Williams won't get credit for that sack, but really he's the one that made that play. Forced Taddonio to roll where he didn't want to go, and then the second wave came. It was Greg Vassallo, amongst others, that brought the quarterback down. And lost back past the 25. Third down and 12. Kostoff slot to the right. This 4 receiver set, and Williams came across early. It's been a relatively penalty-free game since though we had a slew of penalties called early. Third and a long 7. 3-man rush. Taddonio throws one up for grabs and incomplete. They tried the back shoulder fade for Barnett, who has a couple of rushing touchdowns tonight. Coverage out in the Hanover secondary by Jameer Reynolds. Now what does Riverside do on 4th and 7? D'Amico kicked one from 40 yards earlier, so this certainly within his range. It'll be a 37-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold. D'Amico's kick, no good. His first miss tonight, a little wide left. So give credit to the Hanover defense. Made a couple plays on that drive. 41 seconds to play in the third. Riverside's on their way to 2-0. Hawkeyes take over after the missed field goal. Pass behind the line of scrimmage. Otway shakes off a couple tacklers. Gains about 6. Jonathan Otway is just a sophomore. Hanover Area's got some skilled kids
Chris and
in
I
the
talk
younger
about
grades. Otway's certainly one of them. Has a bright future. End of 3 here in Wilkes-Barre. Riverside 48 and the Hawkeyes 6.
Chris and I talk about anything from music to school to sports.
Sometimes when I have trouble at school, I like talking to him.
Some of the things I like to make together are spaghetti, pizza, and brownies.
I'm the better cook, but she's the better eater.
These children are the future of our community. They have potential. To defend that potential and to become a big brother or big sister with the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, call 1-800-955-4376 or visit bbbsnepa.org.
Paul Garrity back with you here in week number 2. Rick Starron will have the call next week for that Wyoming Valley West showdown with Pittston Area. You can catch that game live right here on Service Electric TV in high definition at 7 o'clock next Friday night. Riverside led 41-0 at halftime. They put this game into the mercy rule at the start of the third quarter. Each team scored a touchdown in the third. Hanover Area with it. 2nd down and 4. Logan Richardson looking for Otway. This one just a hair overthrown as Otway elevated, but no shot at that one. When Richardson's had time, he's put some good balls out there and patterns down the field, but that pass protection has been few and far between. He's thrown 2 interceptions in the game. That 165-yard touchdown strike earlier this quarter to Otway. Third and 4, Hawkeyes. Downey again snaking through tacklers and lunges ahead for a gain of 8 and a Hawkeye first down. Out of the shotgun, quick strike, complete. Connor Richardson, his first catch. Pickup of about 6. Third receiver that Logan Richardson has connected with tonight. Under 10 to play. Riverside on their way to 2-0. Hanover Area will drop to 2-0 after that loss to Marion Catholic a week ago. Looking long, Otway, a dive and can't come up with it. Again, got behind the defense. Third down and 4. Downey hesitated and then burst up the middle and gains about half of the yardage they needed. Bring up 4th and we'll call it 2. Clock approaching 8 minutes. Downey, the single setback. Takes the pitch and has a Hawkeye first down. Tackle made by Madden Sandley, junior linebacker. Be interesting to see. I think next week's game will be a big litmus test for Hanover Area. They'll be playing a little more in their weight class as they take on Holy Cross, a team they've played a number of times over the past several years. Connor Richardson, another reception. Into Riverside territory. 7:08 to play. Second down and 3 after the Connor Richardson reception. Shotgun, 3-man rush, looking long to the other side this time, and this time the coverage is much better in the Riverside secondary. Connor Richardson, the intended receiver. Cooper Borowski, junior defensive back there in coverage. Clock continues to run in the mercy rule. It's 6:15 to play. Riverside scored in the final minute of the first half on a 62-yard touchdown reception by Richie Kostoff to push this one into the mercy rule territory by the halftime break. Riverside heads up north to take on Lakeland in week 3, and you want to get Lakeland on the road in week 3. If you've ever been to Chapman Lake at the end of the season, you better dress warm. And here's a Hanover turnover. Scooped up by Matthew McKeefrey. Off the Hawkeye fumble by Downey. And Riverside takes over. That's the 4th Hanover giveaway tonight, with 5:35 to play. Downey a little bit shaken up after that play. Mike Nasser, the trainer, taking a look at him over on the Hanover sideline. Looks like he'll be okay. He's run hard tonight. He's really done all he could. Riverside has a new quarterback in the game now. It's, I believe, D'Amico the kicker. No, okay. Cooper Borowski in at quarterback, hands it off. Scott Holt dashing around left end and down inside the Hanover 15-yard line. 42 yards on the run by Scott Holt, who didn't have a carry until late in the second quarter and is now approaching the 100-yard plateau. Borowski rolling, pass in and out of the hands of his intended target. That was Tyler Grill, the sophomore receiver. And a Riverside player, looks like we may have our first cramp of the night, which is much better than you usually get in week 2. 4:24 to play, timeout on the field.
Hey business owners, how would you like to have your own social media talk show? That's right. Video Innovations will come to your business and produce a talk show about your services and products. You provide the talent and we'll provide the production. It's cheaper than an infomercial and takes less of your valuable time up. You'll end up getting a branded talk show that establishes you as the local expert in your field. And you can upload it to all your social media accounts, so people looking for your services can be comfortable calling you for their needs. If you need help with your social media, we can do that too.
Paul Garrity back with you, winding this one down here in week number 2. It'll be Rick Starron on the call at Spartan Stadium next week at 7 o'clock. Get our first look at the Wyoming Valley West Spartans. And here's another Riverside touchdown. The third of the night for Carmelo Barnett, the sophomore athlete for Riverside. Barnett takes it in from 12 yards out. It's 54-6. D'Amico's kicked a couple of field goals tonight, 2 for 3 in that category. He's still perfect on extra points. 7 for 7. 55-6 Vikings.
There are a lot of great lawyers across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The question is, what sets O'Donnell Law Offices apart? And the answer is the folks in our office. We have the best investigators, we have the most talented staff. No one will match the energy and the resources that we put into a case for folks that have been injured. We will leave no stone unturned in assuring that our clients get proper and appropriate justice. Don't go it alone. Come to O'Donnell Law Offices. We can help you.
Take one more look at some of the scores going around the area. Most of the games pretty close to final. Some close ones. Oh, look out. Campbell's got daylight. And the kicker brings him down. D'Amico, the last line of defense for Riverside. Malik Campbell, one of these young skill kids for Hanover, one of these freshmen. Turning on the Jets. The Hawkeyes will have it in Riverside territory. 3:45 to play. Wilkes-Barre Area trails Stroudsburg by 8. That game late in the fourth. Wyoming Area has taken the lead over Dallas. That game now 35-28, a fourth quarter score at Jake Sobeski Field. Scranton has gone final. They beat Wyoming Valley West 36-13. Crestwood drops to 0-2. They lose to Valley View tonight without the services of Jaden Shedlock. 28-13 the final there. Here's a trick play. Downey snaps it back to Richardson, who's in jail, and down he goes. And I don't know about that. In a 55-6 game, the last thing you want is your freshman quarterback taking hits. I don't know if that was actually a called play. The snap went over the quarterback's head. Downey took it and lateraled it back. I would actually like to see a replay of that. And a timeout on the field with 2:43 to play.
Catch all your favorite local high school football action live exclusively on Service Electric Channels 9 and 509 in HD. Watch as the Hanover Area Hawkeyes, Holy Redeemer Royals, Wilkes-Barre Area Wolfpack, and Wyoming Valley West Spartans battle it out on the gridiron. Nobody covers the Wyoming Valley Conference better than Service Electric. View the current full schedule at sectv.com/WB Sports. From your local communications leader, Service Electric.
I thought about that a little more over the break. There's no way that was a called play. They improvised quite well, though, on that snap over the head of the quarterback. I have to ask Jason Majeros about that next time I see him. But I think I know the answer. Second down and 13. Still airing it out. Another good deep ball on the money from Richardson. And it's the second Hanover Area touchdown. Both times Richardson to Otway. "43 yards on the hookup. And maybe a glimpse into the future of this Hawkeye offense. You talk about a perfect throw, and the coverage was not terrible on the play. Engelman's point after try is good. 2:35 to play. Hawkeyes haven't given up.
Video Innovations is your Northeast Pennsylvania ad agency and production house for television commercials and placement. In addition, we provide production for corporate and industrial videos, social media and websites, political media, virtual reality tours for real estate and businesses, projector, screen, and sound system rentals, and live streaming of conferences and events. Call now or visit our website. At Video Innovations, our business is your business.
Pittston area game has gone final. The Patriots dropped to 0-2 with a 23-13 loss to North Pocono tonight. The Bulldogs of Berwick also 0-2. They lost to Mid-Valley tonight 28-7. That Old Forge Dunmore game in the Lackawanna Conference, that one must be wild. It's 43-43 in the fourth quarter. Holy Redeemer was shut out tonight by Tunkhannock 42-0. That's a final. Nanticoke also being blanked. Still playing in the fourth quarter. Carbondale with a 26-0 lead. Hazleton area has gone final. They fall to 0-2 with a 23-6 loss to Williamsport. And another shutout, Lake Lehman was thumped by Shamokin tonight, 49-0. Again, another reminder, we'll have Valley West next week as they search for their first win, taking on another 0-2 squad, the Pittston area Patriots. 7 o'clock next week here on Service Electric Cable. Little screen. Room to run. And about 18 on the pickup. Flag is down behind the play. Possibly a man downfield. Nope. Not sure. The call was there. Was that a targeting call? Not sure what Greg Zumchak's trying to tell me there. It's only a 5-yard penalty, so it's not targeting. Huh. 2 minutes to play. Heck of a collision there. Give credit to Evan Rout, Hanover freshman defensive or linebacker at 140 pounds. Stood in there and took the brunt of that collision. Cooper Browski, the backup quarterback. He's been in for about the last 6 or 7 minutes. Keeps himself, tunnels his way for about 5. Riverside certainly a contender for a potential district title this year in Class 2A. Hanover area trying to get the program going for yet another year. So drop to 0-2. Again, we'll probably find a little more success next week against Holy Cross. Here's another opportunity from Riverside, and they're going to tack another one on in the closing minute. Just a little swing pass, and Brady Pavlonis, who had a 50-yard reception earlier before fumbling, takes it the distance. D'Amico tacks on the point after. 62 on the board for Riverside tonight here in Wilkes-Barre.
Is this you? Or this? Or this? Then this is you. And this. And this. Cleaning up litter costs the government $11.5 billion a year. And you're a taxpayer. Do the math. You really need to be a better you. For more information, go to pickupnipa.com.
Well, you can never stop playing, and Harry Armstrong likes to continue to play. He likes to let his backups play even in blowout games. And if you look at the box score, you'll see a 70-yard touchdown pass with under a minute to play to make it 62-13. But I personally have no problem with that play call. He just wants his backup quarterback to get a completion. It's a little hitch route to 5 yards, and Hanover just not able to make the tackle. (62-13). Oh, look out. Is Hanover Area going to answer? No. Seen some good returns tonight. D'Amico, another tackle. That's his second tackle of the second half. So as we stretch past 9:30 in a 62-13 game, time for at least one more play. This will be the final play of the game. Josh Reichendorfer's in at quarterback. Handoff is to Evan Rout. And that'll do it. Riverside puts up 41 first half points. Hanover Area did some good things in the second half, especially the Richardson to Otway connection that connected twice on long touchdown plays, but a mismatch here tonight. 62-13 the final. We'll have high school football again a week from tonight at 7 o'clock as Pittston Area takes on Wyoming Valley West. Hope you could join us for that one. For our director, Scott Cannon, I'm Paul Garrity. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next week here on Service Electric TV.